Worst credit card spender, men or women? Folks, do you want to find out who is the worst credit card spender between men and women? Welcome to our new video, and let's find out the answer to this question as we delve deeper into the topic. But first, be sure to follow this channel by hitting the subscribe button so you won't miss any video updates. A new consumer study where nearly the same number of men and women who participated admit to impulse shopping. The majority of men confessed to spending between $500 and $10,000 on their impulse purchases, while most women spend less than $500 on impulse buys. In this study, it reveals that it's actually the men who are the biggest spenders. And we can now put aside the myth that women are more impulsive buyers than men. And here's an interesting fact. According to the findings in the Cash of the Country report by Rate City, Australia's leading financial company, almost 50% of women wouldn't date someone with over $50,000 in personal debt. So, pay off your debt first before you go dating guys. Because debt is a real deal breaker for many women when it comes to looking for a life partner. The Chief Executive Officer of Rate City, Alex Parsons, said, "Fast spending has become easy with credit cards, and more find themselves paying on credit instead of debit." 1 in 6 of the men who admitted to having impulse shop for $10,000 or more had income under $75,000 per year, which is really alarming. The study also found that men are little more relaxed when it comes to debt levels of potential partners. While 36% of women wouldn't date someone with a bad credit rating, it was an issue for just 19% of men. Making matters worse, women are not as honest as men about how much exactly is their credit balance, with 61% of men confessing to their partners about their debt levels compared to just 56% of women. Men are more open to talk about savings and income, said Parsons. Just as debt would be a deal breaker for most women, having a stable income can be a deal maker. Our findings show that the more they earn, the more likely men were to be open about money to their partners, he said. Not surprisingly, 1 in 4 Australians admit money has caused issues in their relationships, which slightly more men than women, revealing cash causing problems. Coincidentally, men are significantly more willing than women to lend money to partners, relatives, and friends. Lending money to your loved ones is typically not a good idea because it can put your relationship into jeopardy, Parsons added. Then, relationships get ruined when you don't get paid back. According to Illion's new Credit Card Nation report, the data shows that the cardholder who are 2 or more months behind on the card repayments, men make up 56% of those who are in debt. Illion's Chief Executive Officer, Simon Bly, said men usually racked up bigger purchases and were more relaxed in making the repayments on time. Men are risk takers and have a tendency to buy big items like electronics and huge expenditures that a credit card is suitable for, he said. Reserve Bank of Australia figures showed credit card users owe a whopping $51.9 billion on plastic, and more than $31.4 billion is accumulating interest. Most products that are bought through credit cards attract interest rates above 20%. But Bly said, buy now, pay later schemes such as Afterpay and ZipPay, which had boomed in popularity, were most likely to be used by 69% of women. The deals allow customers to receive their goods instantly and pay them off in installments. But if they did not meet the strict payment requirement, consumers will end up paying for excessive fees. However, more Australians are turning away from credit cards and instead signing up for these alternative schemes. Alarming figures from Westpac Australian Bank also found 60% of women are living week per week compared to just 40% of men. Westpac's head of women's markets, Felicity Duffy, said, "The trap of using tap and go made it simple to spend money without thinking. It's much easier to keep tapping and not actually consciously thinking about the money that is coming in and going out," she said. You have to understand your own financial situation and control your spending within your means. Basically, whether it's a man or a woman who spends more, you have to stay in control of your finances, especially if you are still single and looking for a date. Kidding aside, paying your credit card bill on time will save you so much worries and trouble. Stick to using debit, not credit, and take advantage of 0% deals. If you learned something in this video, please be sure to share, like, and subscribe to this channel for other related videos. Thank you for watching.